Haunting of the Horruytiner house. Scene 1. A U-Haul truck sits outside on a driveway. An old Spanish-style house stands tall, casting a shadow over the driveway. A woman named Brigida Gomez comes outside and hands a man some cash.
Here you go, sir. I hope my stuff didn't give you too much trouble.
The man, smiling, "Oh, not at all, ma'am. I moved some of the previous owner's stuff into the attic. Hopefully it's all out of the way now. For you."
You're too kind. That old stuff was creepy.
Are you sure you don't need help setting anything up? I'm quite the interior decorator.
Aha. You've done enough today. My sister and husband will be here tomorrow to help me get settled in.
Sounds good. I'll be on my way. Brigida and the man exchange a handshake. He steps up into the truck and drives away from the house. Brigida, arms crossed, turns and stares up at the house. A faint smile appears on her face as she begins to walk up the stairs into the house. Scene 2. Into the Horruytiner house. Bathroom. At night. A young woman named Brigida Gomez sits in her bathtub. The water pours into the tub while the steam from the water rises above her body. She grabs a bottle of shampoo and notices the lights begin flickering over her.
Must just be the old wires.
Brigida steps up into the tub, grabs a towel from the shower bar, and wraps it around her. She steps out of the tub onto the cold checkered bathroom tiles and walks over to the light. She flicks the switch up and down and gets the light to stop flickering.
That was odd. Maybe I should go check the breakers in the attic.
Brigida grabs a bathrobe from the door, hook and ties it around. Scene 3. Into Horruytiner house bedroom. Continuous. The house is dark. Brigida walks into the bedroom to grab her phone off the nightstand. As she picks it up, she notices her phone won't turn on.
What the hell? It was just charged. I wonder where a flashlight would be in this house.
Scene 4. Into Horruytiner house. Upstairs hallway, continuous. Brigida walks out into the hallway and opens up a maintenance closet to find a flashlight. She flicks the light chain down and turns off the dim bulb that barely illuminates the space. Brigida walks over buckets, broken mops, dusters, and various cleaning supplies.
This closet is a dump.
While looking through the various wooden shelves, Brigida finds an old metal flashlight and pushes the button to turn it on.
Well, will you look at that?
Brigida turns the flashlight off and walks back out into the hallway after spotting a small door towards the end of the hallway. Brigida opens it up and looks up a narrow staircase into the Horruytiner attic. Brigida begins to climb the rickety ladder up into the attic. The Florida heat has pushed the hot, humid air up the attic, filling the room completely. Brigida was overwhelmed by the feeling of moisture as she stepped up into the attic and began to look through the dimly lit, foggy space with a window, letting in just a little sunlight.
What did I even come up here for? Oh, that's right. I was looking for an old painting of the family that used to live here. I hope it has some information on the family so I can look up the house's history.
Brigida looks around, spots the painting, and as she begins to approach, she notices a few feet away is a large coffin with a yellow rose decal beneath the layer of dust. It is visibly old and weathered with chips and peeling paint along the edges. The sight sent chills down Brigida's spine, and she nervously circled the coffin with her footsteps. She grabs the painting and as quickly as she can, rushes back down the ladder out of the attic. At the bottom of the ladder, Brigida spends a short time looking up at the attic opening and snaps back and looks down the painting and begins to examine it.
Come on, there's got to be something on here that tells me who these people are.
A loud bang draws Brigida's attention back up to the attic, followed by a creaking and shuffling noise and a few smaller bangs.
What was that? The painting must have been holding something up, and when I moved it, it fell. I will fix it when I put it back the painting.
Brigida goes back to the painting, flipping it over to check for writing. She sees a small blurb in the middle that reads, "The Horruytiner family. Mayor Pedro Horruytiner, his wife and children." Brigida flips the painting over and gazes over the family.
So that's who you are. Well, it's somewhere to start.
Brigida stands up and heads back into the attic. She looks around to find the noise she heard earlier. She determines nothing is out of place until she remembers the coffin. She shoots a look over where it was and notices that the coffin is a few feet over from where it was originally, and the lid is slightly off. In a hurry, she leans the painting on the closet wall and runs back down the ladder, slams the entrance to the attic.
Maybe I imagined it. I'm probably just scared and imagined it. I just need to go outside and get some fresh air.
Brigida heads over to the window to look out at the garden. Scene 5. Brigida looked out the window of the floor to see two translucent women approaching the garden. Brigida put on her slippers and walked downstairs to the exit that leads to the garden. As she entered the backyard, she made her way toward the garden to pick up a few yellow roses. She handed the roses to both women, and as she let go of the roses, she was startled by what she thought was a feral cat. The cat was on the wall that had confined the yard. Brigida had walked towards the cat. It leaped off the elevated surface without making a sound. As Brigida looked over the wall, the cat disappeared, as well as the roses that she gave to the women who were nowhere to be found. Brigida entered the Horruytiner house and decided to call it a night and go to sleep. Brigida woke up at sunrise, and as she opened her blinds, she noticed that the gate to her yard was ajar. Brigida went down to the back door, and as she was exiting the house, she noticed the yellow roses at her doorstep. End scene.